And here's Graz with the latest book haul. Oh crap, I gotta go.
Hey everybody, Graz from the GKBC. Don't worry, I survived. And so did all the books. But it's time for what I'm going to title the Grand Gainesian book haul. Because I honestly don't know if there'll be a bigger book haul for us this year. Depends on, where we go and what we find. But we got all of these at Jelly Beans today, which is one of our favorite used bookshops. Well, not all at Jelly Beans. The first two things I'm going to show you, one was a Christmas present that I've been waiting to show for the first haul I did of the year. And the other one is something that just came in the mail today. So I'll get those out of the way. Bear with me today, please. There are a lot of books here, as you saw in the intro. So this video might be a little bit long. We'll see. But anyway, the book that came in the mail is Saga, Book 2, which is for my buddy read with Tad. Lovely of the baby picking its nose. The first book had the baby breastfeeding, so I can only imagine what book 3 is going to have. And then my Christmas present was from the daughter of Graz. We were watching Dave Musson on Dave Reads King. I will put all channels mentioned in the description below, if AJ will remember who I mentioned. So far that's Tad and Dave Musson. He did a video of Christmas presents for King fans. And the daughter saw this beautiful thing and bought it for me. It is Dark Visions with Dan Simmons, Stephen King, and George R.R. Martin. And the back cover is pretty sweet too. Hopefully you can see that. I'm not real sure what's in here because I don't like to know. I like to be surprised when I'm reading things, but that's pretty awesome. So that was a Christmas present from her. Now, the rest of the things I'm going to show you are things we bought today. Here. You can use that. Are things we bought today at Jelly Beans. It's as Roy from Roy Reads Anything would say, it's a very eclectic grouping of books. So first off, we have John Brown's Body by Stephen Vincent Beignet. John Brown's Body. Now, you probably don't know this, but John Brown and his song are, what holiday is it?
Memorial Day?
I think it might be Memorial Day. The first Memorial Day was for John Brown and his group at Harper's Landing. I think it was Harper's Landing. Let me look real quick. I'm sorry for this, everybody. Well, it doesn't matter. I think it's Harper's Ferry, but that book's pretty cool. This amazing thing is, well, the text was written in 1927 and 1928, but this book has a copyright of 1954, so that's awesome. Next we have Once Upon a Time, Behind the Fairy Tale of Princess Grace and Prince Rainier by J. Randy Taraborelli. It's basically Grace Kelly and the prince that she married. So that's awesome. And it's large print, which will make it very easy to read. I like Grace Kelly. She is my all-time favorite classic actress. Matter of fact, you may see her in our The Graz Family Watches the Classics series that we just recently started. Next up, we have Dewey, The Small Town Library Cat Who Touched the World by Vicki Myron with Brett Witter. Dewey. Who doesn't want to snuggle him? Just hold him real tight and love on him. So there's that. Then we have, the cover's not in the greatest shape, but it's a hardcover of Song of Susanna, Dark Tower number 6. In my opinion, the weakest of the group, but that you can't lie. That cover's awesome. And on the back cover, you get it's probably Mia. I want it to be Mia, but it's probably Susanna, so who cares? Okay. I'm going to be reaching out of sight here a lot. Then we've got Cat Crimes 1, 2, and 3, edited by Martin H. Greenberg and Ed Gorman. Found this right near the end. It's a nice thick boy. It's dirty. But does anybody else love that? Let me do that. Hold on. Let me Does anybody else love that sound on books? It's like a hollow. It's like, even though it's made completely of paper made of wood, it makes it sound hollow. I love it. It's awesome. Next we have Glass Onion, The Beatles in Their Own Words by Jeffrey Giuliano and Vernda Devi. You're going to see some Beatles books because the daughter is obsessed with them right now. And that's fine. There are worse things that you could want to be around. John by Cynthia Lennon, and the foreword is by Julian. So if you don't know who that is, I have pity on your soul. Then we've got, oh boy, Rolling Stone Special Collector's Edition of Paul McCartney. So there's that. Put that over here. Okay. What do we have here? Our Days Together at Buick City. I think this is probably supposed to be hidden for my the Graz father, I guess we're calling it. It's because he's fascinated with the history of our home area, like Flint, and this is actually really cool because Buick City was a big deal in Flint. It's where a lot of the cars came from. Okay, and then there's another one here. Cars, The Early Years by Brian Laban. Oh, this thing is massive. And I know that that's kind of a neat cover, but honestly, the back cover's better. The back cover is so much better. Okay, let's just put that right there. These are my favorite. I love this at Jelly Beans. They give us their own, and we have extra bookmarks. And eventually one of these days I'm going to show you what I use as bookmarks. So we have From Where the Sun Now Stands by Will Henry. I think it's a Western. Well, it is a Western. I just don't know if it's nonfiction, but it looks pretty cool. And then we have No Survivors by Will Henry, the powerful saga of the legendary White Sioux. Okay, that's box number 1. It's just... Now, box number 2, everybody. Box number 2. Let me just bring it closer so that I don't have to reach quite so far. Box number 2 is... It has more books in it, but they were lighter. But I'm going to get this out of the way first. This is one of our favorite TV shows here. Sometimes I'm not going to do it because it's offensive, and I only do it for the family. But every once in a while, I'll go into a impression of the lead character of this show, and that is All in the Family. Sometimes it's the complete first and second seasons on DVD, and I do a pretty mean Archie Bunker. Yeah, I just said doo-doo. But I do I do a mean Archie Bunker, but like I said, I'm not going to do it because it is offensive. It's very offensive, and I only do it in front of the family because I can't offend them. But we got that, and the other movie is, we were kind of disappointed about this. Dust. Because this was on one of the streaming services, and we watched it once, and we were talking about watching it again later, and they took it off. So every time we go to Jelly Beans, I would look for this. Well, today is the first time, I knew it was in there, I just had to check. I have a problem. That I actually seen it there, and that is Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street with Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter. So we all love this, and I wanted it. Okay, now let's get this out of the way. The Beatles, Unseen Archives, compiled by Tim Hill and Marie Clayton. Ugh, The Beatles. Yeah. That's fun. More Beatle books. All the Beatle books. All of them. Bring them. Okay. And then every time I see this book at the used bookstores, I get it. Because I loaned it out. And, you know, and I don't expect it back. Because I want everybody to read it. Because it's one of the best books I've ever read. I know that's not hyperbole. Everybody's got their own personal top 10. This is in there. It's A Confederacy of Dunces by John Kennedy Toole. And I know that if you love Mark Twain, you hate this book. That's what every time I find this at Jelly Beans, that's what the owner tells me. I hate that book. I loved Mark Twain. So, but this, you cannot deny that this is a classic and it's amazing. So okay. Then we've got Dates from Hell and A Few Moments Made in Heaven by Victoria Jackson and Mike Harris. I'm not sure where this came from. I'm guessing it was AJ by the way she's giggling. But there's that. Oh, okay. Yeah, let me get these out of the way. Because like I said, the daughter loves the Beatles. So first up we have, these are all VHSs. The Beatles 4, the Saturday morning cartoons. It's actually, and it says original commercial bumpers and previews for next week's show. So that's pretty cool, I guess. I mean, we are going to watch all of these. And then we have more of the Saturday morning cartoons, the Beatles yesterday and today. So we got 2 of those so far. I don't know what's in here. Here's another one. Meet the Beatles, the Saturday morning cartoons. So that's 3 of those. That's kind of cool. Do we got them all? Here's Hard Day's Night, the cartoons. I wonder how many of these cartoons there are. We also have of that same thing. Okay. Then this isn't a cartoon. We have The Best of the Beatles, rare footage from the Beatles' earliest television appearances. So that's kind of neat. It says Ed Sullivan Show, Ready, Steady, Go, Around the Beatles, Shindig. Who remembers Shindig out there? I'm looking at you, Tad. Smothers Brothers Show, and the second episode of the Ed Sullivan. And then the last VHS is Paul McCartney, Live at the Cavern Club, Run Devil Run 3. So that's kind of, he's a little older there. All right, back to the books. Yeesh. Okay, I needed 6 Westerns and 7 bodice rippers to fill out my year. So I'm going to do the bodice rippers now. I didn't really pay attention to what I was grabbing. If it had a half-naked person on the cover, then it fits the category. So here we have The Day of the Duchess by Sarah McLean. And if she doesn't fit the bill, I don't know who does. But, uh-oh, she's not alone anymore. So there's that. Then this one's actually cute. The title, Too Scott to Handle by Grace Burrows. Another girl in purple. I tried to get purple, and pink because the daughter likes that, and she's not going to be reading these, but she might do something with the covers because she's an artist, and that's the kind of thing she does. Okay. Oh dear. No Mistress of Mine, An American Heiress in London by Laura Lee Gerke. Now, first we have a beautiful purple dress and then a man with his nipples showing.
Ooh.
And then, now they're laying down. Look out. I wonder what this book's about. Then we have The Earl's Mistress by Liz Carlisle. Now we start out with a Sleeping Beauty looking girl in all purple. And then, where'd he come from? Oh dear. See, I can have fun with these. Then we have A Loving Scoundrel by Johanna Lindsay. This one looks to be a little newer than what I was looking at, but you do what you do. You find what you can find. Okay. And I think, no, there's one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. An Unexpected Pleasure by Candace Camp. Quite the dress, let me tell you. And then, she's not alone. What a naughty girl. Sorry, I'm trying to be overly sarcastic or whatever. I'm not trying to be misogynistic. Please don't send the pitchforks. And then the last one this is actually the very last book that I picked, and it doesn't fit my purple theme at all. But I liked the cover, the name sounds interesting. It's called The Sun Witch by Linda Winstead Jones. And it says in the thing there, it says, she dreamed of a green-eyed stranger, and then she was in his arms. So, I liked that cover. It I don't know. It's the color scheme. The color of the cover. Okay. And this is an interesting book. Running the Crim. Stories from the Coolest Race in Michigan by Anthony R. Ellis, MD. We have a race here in Michigan, in Flint, once a year in late summer. It's called the Crim, and it's pretty cool. Kind of every year we say we're going to go, maybe not run it, because I'm sorry, I don't run anymore, but I could probably walk it. I mean, they have geez, what am I trying to think of?
Categories.
Like you can do the 1 mile, the 2.5 mile, the 5 mile, the 10 mile, and you can do all of those running or walking. So I've always thought about going and walking that. Okay, then it's time for the Westerns, baby. This is a double. It's not an ace double, but it's a double. Yeah, two novels in one. Yes. I have, and they're by Ray Hogan. I have The Vigilante and The Regulator. Love me that cover. Then I picked up Bibles, Bullets, and Brides by J.D. Harden. Sizzling Western action, and it looks like it might have a little bit of a bodice rip going to it. This girl down here in the blue. But this back cover just tells you everything. Look at that. Look at that horse-drawn coach in the river. Isn't that sweet? Okay. Then we've got Enemies by Brian James Royal. It was Shannon against Wolf Eyes in the last great battle of the Buffalo War. Oh yeah. Look at that. Saving that for last. Okay. I'm gonna jump around a little bit from the Westerns now. The daughter found me 2 really cool Stephen King books. I used to have these. They were lost in the flood. And one of them is actually one of my favorite Stephen King books. Bag of Bones. See, hear that sound? Isn't that cool? Am I the only one that loves that? I love that. Sometimes when I'm reading, I'll just do that while I'm reading. I don't know why. I love it though. It's an amazing sound. The other Stephen King book she found, same kind of cover, was Hearts in Atlantis, which is okay. I'm looking forward to reading it again with our book club to analyze it a little differently. How's our time looking?
We're at 10 minutes. 10 minutes left.
To go to 20?
to go to 30.
Oh, right. We got a new memory card. We can now do 30-minute videos instead of 20. Well, I've only got 4 books left, so great. The Best Cat Ever by Cleveland Armory, author of The Cat Who Came for Christmas. That's got to be the daughters. Or,
I picked it for her.
okay. Okay, now I've got 2 westerns and a classic that I picked up. The classic I picked up, I don't know, I think somebody wrote on the front of this, but I don't care because it's just a cheap, bent-paged paperback. It's Jude the Obscure by Thomas Hardy. You know, I've heard a lot about this from other people on the BookTube, and I kind of want to read it, so there's that. Oh, which of these do I do last? Because they're both so amazing. Well, okay, there's this. Look at this. It's like fake leather or something with gilded edges and these amazing end papers. This could only be Louis L'Amour, The Daybreakers. And this is from the Louis L'Amour collection. And it's Bantam. Isn't that cool? Look at that. That's awesome. And The Daybreakers by Louis L'Amour from 1960. And just in case you couldn't see the title, there it is, The Daybreakers. And finally, the last Western that I picked. I just ripped the cover. Whatever. It had a sticker on it. This is awesome. Awesome, awesome. It is True Grit by Charles Portis. And this is what makes this so cool is on the back right up here above the back. I mean, it's got the title on the back, but look at that. You can see the people from it. It says, soon to be a major Paramount motion picture starring John Wayne, Glenn Campbell, and Kim Darby. So this is out before the John Wayne movie. So now I'm going to... Somebody wrote their name in it. Thanks for that. Donna something. Let's see when this is... when this was published. 1968. I believe this is a first print. It's a first print, so I wish they hadn't put the sticker on it. Excuse me. Sorry about that, everybody. There's dust on these because they've been sitting there a while. But why would you take a first print of True Grit and ruin it with a sticker, and then some idiot write their name in it? Now that wasn't a dig at anybody. I understand if you're going to keep your books and you write your name in it and the date you read it, Tad, that's fine because it's yours. You're going to keep it, right? But why would you do it on something that you get rid of? Now this is really neat. We got old Rooster Cogburn here in the back. There, old John with his eye patch, and he won the Oscar for True Grit, and that's the only Oscar he ever won. And my dad tells a funny story of how John Wayne said, "Man, if I knew all I needed to do was put an eye patch on to win an Academy Award, I'd have done it a long time ago." So that's pretty cool, but I can't wait to read this. And after I read this, I'm so going to watch the movie again. Both of them. Because John Wayne was great, and Jeff Bridges was equally as good in the remake. So that is box number 2. That I'll never be able to make that work again, like I did. Reading update real quick, since I think I don't want to end like that. I got a paper cut.
The books will get even.
Yeah, either that or the boxes. That's okay. But anyway, well, I mean, I did fall down bringing them in, so. Reading update for January. I did not complete my 25 book challenge. I read 24.72 of the books on my list. I got to within 90 pages of finishing the Patriot Games. So there's that. But anyway, this is the Grand Gainesian book haul. If there's anything in here that you've read and you liked it or didn't like it or anything, please tell me in the comments. If there's anything in here that you want to read, or if there's anything in here that when I read it you want to hear about it, I'm here for that too. Gonna start a new series. I don't know if it's going to be all that popular, but I am going to come up with my top 10 favorite Marvel comic book heroes and Marvel comic book villains, and then I will probably do the same thing for DC villains and heroes. And the series is I'm going to do one character at a time. So look out or watch out for that. Tad and I at Tad Read Books and Stuff, we decided to do the Saga buddy read every other week, so that it doesn't stress either one of us out, and plus, we have to buy the books. Let's see. I think that's about it. I don't really have anything else to say. I know it's the 4th of February. 35 years since Hulk Hogan was screwed over by Andre the Giant, the Hebner twins, and Ted DiBiase on Friday night's main event in 1988. Anyway, I will probably be doing a February TBR maybe tomorrow. Monday we'll do a special. Some sort of special involving the daughter of Graz, because it is her 15th birthday.
Please pray for us.
Yeah, we're going to have a 15-year-old, and trust me, it really hasn't been all that much fun. So, I mean, you love having a kid. You do. But we're in those years. And she's homeschooled pretty much, so we really don't get a lot of time apart, her and I. So we kill each other on a daily basis. Anyway, so that was our haul. This is a little bit of everybody. And until next time, read more.